Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 27th, 2022. Supporters of Burkina Faso's military welcome coup. This article is taken from the Africa Newsnet. Supporters of Burkina Faso's military have welcomed Monday's coup as the armed forces are seen as key in the fight against Islamist militants. Analysts say the coup and attempted assassination of deposed President Roch Kabore raised concerns about long-term stability and a return to democracy. On Monday evening, after taking control of the national TV station earlier in the day, a group of 14 soldiers appeared on screen with the message, "In view of the continuous deterioration of the security situation which threatens the very foundation of our nation, the manifest inability of the power of Mr. Roch Marc Christian Kabore to unite the Burkinabes." The soldiers said they had seized power in the West African country and dissolved the Kabore government. Restoration announces that the army has taken control of the country in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, January 24th, 2022. It marked the end of a two-day mutiny by the army, the end of Kabore's 6-year rule, and the only period of democracy in Burkina Faso's history, and a time when he went into power, I think, a year before the insurgency started, and he did nothing about it. While French President, but this was democracy, right? While French President Emmanuel Macron has condemned the coup, as has the U.S. State Department on Tuesday morning, more than 1,000 pro-coup demonstrators gathered in the center of Ouagadougou to celebrate the military takeover. One of the demonstrators, air traffic controller Djibril Traoré, said the country has become unsafe. "So far, we don't have any response to terrorism. From Ouagadougou, you are not even able to step out more than 100 kilometers after Ouagadougou. When are we going to live in safety in our country?" Kabore and his government had come under increasing criticism for failing to subdue groups with links to Islamic State and Al-Qaeda militants. The terrorist threat provoked a military coup in neighboring Mali last year. Paul Melly, an analyst with London-based research group Chatham House, doubts that Monday's takeover will have a positive effect. The coup in Burkina Faso doesn't really do anything to take the country forward in terms of stability and organizing a response, either to the security crisis or to the establishment of some sort of clear roadmap forward in political terms. Because the constitutional institutions have been suspended, the country is now at risk of being under sanctions from ECOWAS, he said. On Tuesday afternoon, West African political bloc ECOWAS announced it sees Burkina Faso's power shift as a military coup, which could indicate a step toward political and economic sanctions. Roch Kabore was detained at a military camp in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, January 24th, 2022. ECOWAS recently imposed sanctions on Mali because its military leaders have tried to extend the transition to civilian rule by 5 years. Not necessarily 5 years. They said it could last up to 5 years. So hopefully ECOWAS will take this young leader under its wing and not impose sanctions. And as they say, anything is an improvement, at least from what was going on in Burkina Faso. Has anybody heard of anything good coming from Burkina Faso in the last 5 to 10 years? Things can only get better in Burkina Faso, in my opinion. And another junta in a francophone West African country is good news in my book. because the ultimate goal of the Francophone countries is to align themselves economically with the Anglophone countries, which have their own currencies, and then eventually to have the I think it's called the ECO, which the French fought. But now, and it's really sad that ECOWAS is imposing these sanctions on these countries that have the ability to do this. But we'll keep an eye on developments in Burkina Faso.